Hello, here Konrad Sosna-Sosiński. Welcome back on my channel. Today episode will be again about By Fire and Sword, about second edition. Today, as promised, it will be first session of questions and answers. We get so many questions, so we need to make two different videos to cover everything. So apologize that the Polish version shows up a little bit earlier. My English is not as fluent as Polish, so making Polish video is much easier for me. So today it's first episode. The next episode will be very short, as soon as it will be possible. Also, I'm going to prepare more videos about the second edition of the game, which covers many different aspects of the game. So stay tuned and subscribe my channel. Okay, so first question. I will read the questions and then I will give you my answers. Here is Michael. He's holding piece of paper with your questions. So let's start. The first question. Hi Konrad, I would like to see in the next video how you will handle the orders. I really like this aspect of first edition at different stages, but I guess this will be tricky or omitted with altering activations. Okay. This is something I really would like to show in one of the next videos. I will try to sacrifice an entire video about this aspect of the game. Right now I can tell you that of course there will be command point system like in the first edition, but it will work a little bit different. So there will be no something like command phase as it was in the first edition. In the second edition, when you during your activation, you may activate your unit or your commander. So if you activate unit, you may simply make actions with your unit. When you activate your commander, you may move your commander and you may spend the command points to place an orders. It will be a little bit similar to the first edition, but it will give you much more flexibility during the game. It works very well. We like this aspect of the second edition. I really hope that you like it as well. Second question. Do you still maintain the concept of different size in army strengths of the opponents in the scenarios? Of course, yes, definitely it is something we really like, and it makes our game different from other games, so definitely it will stay in the second edition. So, the next question. Will there still be different levels, skirmish, task force? How will the army list looks like? Will armies still be built in the same way, or will there be a more traditional point system? It's a very complex question. So the game will have three different levels. First two it shows up at the beginning. It will be skirmish. Skirmish is just one or two commanders, just a few units, and it will be kind of entry level for our game. The second level is division, and here we will have twice that much unit, and this is the core level of the game, and we are also going to make division as tournament level. So this is the core level of the game. So then after we release those first two levels, we are going to make another book which will be sacrificed only for the third level, army level. And in army level, there will be no limits of units. It will be something for making very big battles for not only two players but multiplayer, and it also gives you options to recreate the historical battles. It will be something very huge, but it will be in separate rulebook because it needs a lot of special rules and to make entire game faster and simply playable at such a big level. how the army list looks like, I cannot show you right now because it's still changing. So we have general concept how it should looks like, but we have not visual tables. I mean, I cannot show you them right now because they are not ready in end form, let's say. Next questions. I have a question about the basing trace. I have a Swedish and Polish force based upon old metal bases from when the game was first introduced to the United States. Will those metal bases work well with the new movement trace, or should I look at getting them on the more current plastic bases? Here the answer is very easy. No worry. The plastic trace we are preparing will work for both plastic and metal bases, so there's no problem here. Next question. Going from moving units to moving unit trace, does the game include base miniature removal when taking casualties, or can we just have one large base for the whole unit? Honestly speaking, it doesn't matter. If you would like to remove the bases from the tray to mark casualties, it is okay. But you can also just place the casualty markers. Both will work well, so it's up to you. The next questions. Will there be any new miniatures released with the second editions? Of course. We will release new miniatures in 3 different ways. The first one will be replacing entire units. Some of our models were sculpted very long time ago, and we during the development of the game we replaced them with new sculpts. So just a few units are not replaced yet, and we replaced them during in the second edition. So this will be first example. The second, we will add new sculpts to the current unit. So if there's a current unit with new sculpts, so we will add more of them to add more variety of the models in each unit, and this is something we are doing right now. And the third example, it will be then when we add completely brand new units to existing armies, because we have some new ideas and we'll add new units. I'm not talking about the units for new armies, like armies from English Civil War. No, I'm talking about the armies, current armies from like Polish Commonwealth, Tatars, etc. So when we add new units to those armies, of course, the models inside will be brand new. Next question. Does the ratio men per miniature change? In the first edition, we used to use the ratio 1 base is a 50 men, but in the second edition, the game will be a little bit, will be more abstract. So thank you very much, Michael. It will be more abstract. So this ratio will be different for different levels of play. So you may use the same unit on the same tray to mark different units for small battles and for big battles like Relief of Vienna. So we will not bound to one base to 50 soldiers ratio anymore. More questions. With the movement trace, will there be standard unit size? In other words, will I still have option to purchase additional bases in army lists? Yes and no. No. So right now we will have 4 different movement trays. I will show you. The first one is S size, small size. It will be enough to keep 4 cavalry stands, 6 infantry stands, or 2 cannons. Medium, it will be 6 stands of cavalry. It looks like that. Large, this is something like that. Here we have pike and shot. And extra large will be something as big, and it will be something for Cossacks war wagons. So when you purchase the unit, you'll buy something like that or something like that, but you will still have an option to buy units in small size or medium size, or sometimes from medium size to large size. So everything, every option will be listed in the army list. Next question. Will it still be possible to build an army base by base, or will the army list will be simplified? The army list will be simplified, but again, it will be the same mechanics I just mentioned. So you may buy the, let's say that this is the Polish Cossacks cavalry style unit, and it has 4 bases, but you may buy that as 4 bases or 6 bases. It depends on you, and depends on options on the army list. Next question. Will there be a kind of starter with everything needed for 2 players? Yes, it will be. During the Kickstarter, you will show it. I will tell you, inside will be Polish against the Ottomans. More questions. You have stated you will do English Civil War. Will you expand into other areas or the period for miniatures and rules? Definitely yes. But first, we would like to introduce the existing army from the first edition to the second edition. When we do this, we'll move to the other periods. First will be English Civil War. This is obvious, but then the sky is the limit, because the new game mechanics can be adjusted almost to every historical period, like medieval, ancient, etc., etc. Of course, I don't think we'll do ancient expansion, but English Civil War, 30 years war, wars from the early 17th century or late 16th century. This is something we can do, and we are considering right now. Next question. Will the new game include methods to play the really large battles, level 3 and 4 from the first edition? This is something I just mentioned. Yes, there will be special book, army level, which depicts the rules for playing very big battles. So I mentioned about earlier, so that's all. There will be something like that. Next question. Will there be rules for siege warfare? Honestly speaking, I don't think so. Why? Because this is something, the siege is something much more suitable for board game than war game, in our opinion. We try to figure out something for siege warfare, but for the first edition, but it doesn't work as well as we hoped that it will work. So for the second edition, right now, I don't think so. Okay, more questions. And when can we get the first look into the new rules? Okay, guys, the first sneak peek of the rules you will get from my videos, and then the beta version of the rules will be published during the Kickstarter, so it will be in November. Next question. The big book from the first edition contains some army list. For the second edition, you will put the rules and army list in separate books. Yes, we will put the army list in a separate books, so you will get the rule book and the army list in separate books. Also, when we do campaigns, there will be in and the army list for the campaigns will be in separate books. Next question. Do you need any playtesters? Of course, we need playtesters, but only if you speak Polish fluently. Why? Because we have a group of very active and dedicated players here in Warsaw, so they are playing battles every week. We are in constant touch with them, so we can meet them in person. So it is simply easier and faster to develop the game. But we will need the proofreaders. So here, Carl, Adrian, Ed. I really hope that you will help us in proofreading as well. So, okay, more questions. Will the new bases be available as STL for 3D printing? No, we don't sell STL. We never did, so I don't think so. It will be possible. Next question. I like the idea of unit cards with stats on them. Will basic unit cards will be published in new rules so we can get going right away, or the unit card will be purchased separately for each army? You will be able to buy cards and trays separately, so there's no very big deal with that. So if you have miniatures, you may just buy the bunch of deck of cards, unit cards, and the trays and the rules. Of course, this is everything you need to play. Next question. What will be the units and movement tray sizes? Okay, this is something I mentioned. I can show you because I show you how the units looks like now. The trays, small one, S size, medium size, large size, and also the special bases for commanders. So this is something you will get in the second edition, and you will be able to buy them separately if you have your models ready to play. So the last question, will the terrain rules change? Infantry garrison in building was very difficult to shift in the first edition. Maybe they could be burned out. Okay, the rules for terrain in the second edition works completely different, and exactly to your questions, yes, you will be still be able to move your unit into the build up area, but again, yes, you will be able to destroy buildings with cannon fire or burning arrows or maybe even torches. We will see, but you will be able to destroy the buildings with cannons for sure. So this is everything guys for today. This it was first 20 questions. I will try to make the next video as soon as possible with the next questions. uh, I'm sure that we will have much more of them, so then I will answer in comments under the video. So thank you very much for watching this video. If you would like to be updated about the news about the By Fire and Swords and all other our games, please subscribe my channel, leave me thumb up. I will be very happy for that. Thank you very much. Bye.